last campaign. I'd like to see, I think we'll see him dominate this game today.
Yeah, well, Australia's game opening up in the tournament against New Zealand was not a good time for being a New Zealander here watching, not trying to be biased and stuff. Of course, got to watch with neutral, but it does sting when you watch your fellow countrymen get destroyed by the sibling rivalry of Australia and New Zealand. But this is going to be a good game to watch. Australia and Korea finishing off day 3 of the tournament here at the Asia Pacific Men's Lacrosse Championship for 2026. Australia winning the face-off, claiming possession, going straight down. Korea trying to win the ball back, but Australia's number 7, Thomas Richards, going in through, getting backed up, but Korea getting to it first. Cleared down. Jaewoo Park. Korea trying to get it out of their zone. Passed across Aaron Choach. Passed across down to Australia towards the sideline, trying to draw out their defender. Ashby Dennis being careful not to go out too far. Cho with the ball, passing off to the top of the transition zone. Far wing line. Good foot movement there by number 11, Jack Price, sticking with his Korean there. There's Christopher Moffat coming in hot on the long pole. Ruthless Australians on the long pole. Tries to pick it up, ball goes loose. Can Moffat get to it first? Korea recovers it. A stick check sends him onto the ground. And a push with Moffat asking the ref, what's that for? What do you mean?
Yeah, just a bit of a loose ball push there, so that no penalty as such, just a turnover.
Honestly, something just happens so often as well. Just a little stick check, a little too hard, and on the dodge, gone a bit loose to your footing there. Korea getting a bit hammered there, getting squished around.
So again, the loose ball push there, once the ball's loose and there's no possession, any real disadvantage going against the team that's had the push on them, they're going to end up with the ball.
As we're tying up on the GLE, Australia taking it down. Dennis running down the wing line, back across the centre. On quickly stops to the left, turns it around. Pass back to Price. Ball at X, looking for the dodge. Takes it towards the sideline. There's Baker with the ball. Passes to his teammates, heading in from the bench. Quick moving game, subbing on the fly. Ripping a shot. Baker taking that shot there, no success there. So Peter, what do you think of this game is going to look like today? Not so much the scoreline, but what are some of the other aspects of the game you'd expect from this matchup?
So Asian teams are typically really quick-footed. Okay. So you're going to see a lot of split dodges, trying to catch the Australians off guard, and the Aussies they're just going to be a bit stronger, and are probably smarter. We call it lacrosse IQ. And I think they're just going to have a lot more IQ in the bank. A lot of these kids have been playing since they were 5, 6 years old, and the Koreans probably don't have that advantage.
No, Australia is very lucky for that, from what I've seen. Having such young lacrosse programs, lacrosse being a big thing in Australia for quite a long time now. One of the first ever games of lacrosse being played at the MCG, believe it or not. Sold out crowd, could you believe it? Don't have to, because it did happen. Korea looking for the shot.
MCG holds about 100,000 now. I don't know that they'd get 100,000 to a game these days.
Oh, Korea starting off the scoreboard.
Completely unexpected there, and against the grain too. We've had the Korean player, Han Tanner,
yeah, potentially. I've heard it was Tanner Han that scored that one. The attacker from Portland, Oregon, coming through. He comes in hot from the restrainer line, taking a shot past
J. Bidwell Barton.
Yeah, Bidwell Barton, just goalie from Perth, wasn't ready for it. Unexpected start to the game. Australia's going to be having to reset pretty quick with this.
Now, I don't think anyone, including the Aussies, would have expected that goal to come from Korea so early.
Free ball after it crosses the restrainer line. Australia taking it down with Dennis. I saw some comments from Dennis after having some interviews from Australia Lacrosse. One of the things he said, how the jersey isn't theirs. He's merely borrowing it for history and what's to come. But Australia getting them on the board after quick retaliation.
Yeah, Lucas Koswara liking his matchup there. He's decided he's going to take this one on by himself. Once he got that ball out wide, he just took a step around his defender, got inside the middle and slots it past the keeper.
You can see on that replay there, he's kind of running right through towards the crease, quickly switches hands to the right and slots it past.
Just not enough communication by the Korean defence there. The guy that got beat first really needed to be yelling out to his teammates for a bit of help. The help didn't come, and Koswara slotted that one easy.
Koswara looking a bit exhausted there to quickly rush off to the bench and took the lid off. Ball goes Curry off an error. Going down to GLE. Jamin Lim taking that one. Waiting for it off just in front of the crease now. As Korea rotate the ball. Benedict Giovanni looking to take out his Australia counterpart with him. Draw him away, makes some space. Quickly turns away, rolls into the centre. Looks for the shot, bounces too early and goes out.
Not a bad shot. Took his defender on, who was a short stick defender, not a long stick. So it was the right option.
Curia looking for another chance. If I backed it up, I'd regain possession. Rolls out of it, looks for a chance. Getting doubled by the Australian defence there. Trying to pick it up. Australia picks that one up on the fly. Continuing on through, flying right down. You see William Inglis taking the chance through. Australia with a quick ball movement, can't finish it off.
Almost a textbook transition on that play. Unfortunately, the pass to Hudson Rob was a bit skewed, and he did get pushed into the crease, but the referee deemed he found his own way in there.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing, trying to get close to the cage as you can without finding yourself in that circle, for those wondering at home what this crease is mentioned. You see Jamin Lim with the ball passing back to Aaron Cho. Cho at the Australian line, looking for his options. He's got Lim in front of him. Tanner Harm, goal scorer from before, waiting behind the crease. Drawing out his Australian counterparts, 40 seconds left on the shot clock.
Interestingly, that's the same defender that just got beat last time. So,
yes.
And he's been beaten again.
And right in front, no, hits outside of the net. Goalie jumping right out behind the cage to pick it up. Good run there by the Australian attackers, number 13. Hudson Robs to pick that one up. Oh, that's how it's done by Lachlan Walker.
Lachlan Walker, we've just come from the Major League Sixes tournament in Adelaide, Australia. Lachlan Walker, you see this time and time again. He just stands and delivers, and that was no different. Took the ball, had his hands free, and delivered that shot straight to the bottom corner.
And Major League Six has been such a fun one to watch. Drafted, it just adds the excitement to it.
I'll tell you what, it's a hard game to commentate because it just does not stop.
It doesn't. That Sixers format is so much quicker and it's so different to just other field lacrosse too. Not as much physicality allowed, and it adds a lot more strategy needed.
For the traditionalists out there, we will prefer this 10v10 game, but Sixers lacrosse it's a very exciting game to watch.
And it is the format of lacrosse that is coming to the Olympics.
That's right.
So that's what we want to see coming through. If you want to get into some lacrosse, don't be shy of the Sixers. It could be your chance to become an Olympian one day. Australia pops off the pass to his teammate. At the wing line, pulling it right out. Here's Lachlan Walker again, passing it around. Coming off the bench, easy pickup. Takes the dodge.
Oh, the goalie didn't quite know what happened there, just sitting there between his legs.
Got lucky, didn't want to get up and whack that in. Korea on the run.
So the unforced error there by Korea sees a turnover. You'll see a lot more unforced errors by this Korean team than the Australians. Just had an illegal procedure there. I didn't quite see what it was, but that'll be a turnover. Australia had the ball. Because there was an illegal procedure caused by them, there's no penalty. It's just a turnover.
Okay.
Bit of a slow clear here. We're just waiting for the right matchups, and there's one of those unforced errors I was talking about.
Australia able to capitalise on that. Can almost capitalise. That was Matthew Wood right getting across. Great trap there by Korea's goalie. It's like referees saying some words to the teams.
Yeah, so what the Aussies were calling for was what we call over and back, but because the ball hadn't gotten past the attacking restraining line, there's no over and back that can occur.
Korea trying to find its way through with Mingyu Cho. Pass off to the right side, rips sidearm shot. Lost the stick on the check. Here goes Mofat, running down the side on the long pole. He's down. Great checks on the long pole by Korea. Australia dropping the shoulder into it.
Timeout, Australia.
All right, folks, we'll just take a short break for the timeout, and we'll be back in just under a minute and a half. 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this first quarter of the game of this Australia versus Korea matchup. 2-1 as the score to the boys in green and gold. Australia starting with the ball on this close wing line here. Quick ball movement. Brings it all the way down to Gieli. Now the strainer, they pull it back further along. Can Australia capitalise on this run here? They go to X. Now back to Gieli on this left side. See Mitchell Baker going for the shot in the middle there. Loose ball. Australia taking it behind the crease. Australia trying for another chance now. John Stubbs breaking the net on day one of the tournament. That video going viral anywhere you can find a lacrosse clip. Great save there by Korea. Dropping low, but lucky able to get the stick high enough to keep it in. Korea's goalie going quite far out. You could see Lachlan Walker approaching to go out. Gorduden just chasing it down. Ball gone loose. Goes to Australia. You can see Australia's goalie jumping up and down, yelling something out to them. Australia goes in for the rip, the shot. Too much angle and curves wide of the goal.
Yeah, we had a great vision of that shot, and the ball actually swung left to right.
That's what I mean. You could actually see it curve like it's a bowling, and you see them take that spin bowl. Been watching too much of the Ashes, I guess, and wanted to get the spin bowling out there, I guess you could say, Peter. I
heard that recovery on day one, a lot of the boys were watching the Ashes while they were in their
I think I saw the Australian lacrosse pages posted that. Yeah. Recovery and the Ashes, true Australians.
Korea doing a great job here to be only just 2-1 goals down, and they really haven't been troubled too much by the Australian defence.
No, they've been doing quite well. It's late in this first quarter, holding on quite well, having some good chances, opening up the game of scoring as well. That in itself making this statement, giving some momentum. Can Korea get this wraparound here as they try for it? Bounces up into the air, backed up by Korea.
So that's been deemed to come off the goalie, so we'll have a reset of the shot clock there too.
This is Adex trying to find where to go to next defense dropping, short stick in the defense, dropping low, keeping him out of there. Thomas Gray in the mid. Now number not Thomas Graham, sorry. Ashby Dennis. Flag up in the air, not looking good for Australia. And there goes another flag.
Well, I understand the slash. I'm interested to see what that second call was for.
Yeah, couldn't.
A hold.
Ah, there we go.
Yep, so that's probably a good decision if we watch on the replay here. No, it's disappeared. No, that's all right. I believe as he's been on the ground, he's probably just given him a little bit of a shove. So probably the right call there. The official was right there, so they saw it all.
Yeah, they give the front row seat. They get best view in their house, and all we can do is really go with what we can find in our little spot. Good step out by the goalie, Bidwell Barton.
Just on Bidwell Barton, I was speaking to his dad, Bill, earlier, and one of the...
Oh, right on the lid.
Too many wasted shots, really. They need to find the extra player. They had a player there, I think that's Mitch Baker, Matt Wood, on the bottom right. Really, he should have been the one to have that shot there.
I think too often in this tournament, some players have been trying to get the glory from themselves. You know, you want to be the hero, but you can't be doing that in a close game like this. You've got to be able to... It's a game of 10 people. You've got those people around you 100%. For a reason. Get the ball moving, pull away from their players. One thing Australia did really well against New Zealand was drawing the slide, and there was no second slide from New Zealand.
Yes.
So they were finding those gaps every single time.
Yeah.
So Australia just needs to be doing that again, pulling away Korea's defence once again, and find the gaps where they can just pop it in.
We're playing 5-on-5 at the moment with both teams a player in the penalty box. And that's exactly what you were talking about. Just Australia against New Zealand just found the man on the crease, and this is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, we are. You see on the replay very shortly, as he comes out from outside the net, he just picks it up, shoots over the top of his defender there, Unho Park.
I made a mistake there. It was Lucas Kojwara that is number 5. Should have been given that pass, but he ended up getting the goal on the crease there anyway.
Down his way into the net anyway.
Jackson Stock will come up with this ball for the Australia. I reckon he's such a good face-off.
Spinning around. What a beautiful face-off move. Not something I'd seen very often. Fully turning around like he's unscrewing it from the ground. From the Brighton Lacrosse Club. Shout out to any of the Brighton Lacrosse Club.
Tom Richards. Tom Richards from defence. He's been given the pass. He's a long stick defender. And he's said, you boys want to know how to shoot? I'll show you how to shoot. And he's ripped that one and found the back of the net. That's what we call in the business a pole goal.
And they are excited to have, you know, it must be, I've never played on the pole, but it just must be so much harder trying to get in the net. Usually much easier to do those long clears with the pole, but trying to shoot on the relatively small cage that close to it can't be easy to get a target. So Richard's coming through with that one nicely. And again, taking that face-off win, no issue there at all, as Hudson Robb passing it off to behind X. Koswara with the ball at X, deciding where to go to next, trying to draw out his Korean defender on the pole, hoping he's going to be drawn away, but not falling. Korean player not falling for it. As he takes the wraparound, no, he drops his shoulder into him, passes it back, fakes, loses the ball, has to recover it. Going down, swimming dodge over the top, cutting through to the middle, rolls out of it. Koswara out again. Wide open, has to turn, cuts into the middle, takes the shot. And Australia settling in nicely now.
I really love on this goal. You watch how he plays all high, and then he just before that, He brings his stick down low just to step past his defender, and then again he did that high to low shot. Well, it wasn't high to low, it was very, very high to high, and it come off that top par.
Yeah, Australia is settling themselves in nicely, knowing where to play that stick, have that stick movement, not holding on to it in the same position the whole time to be checked, finding his way through. Bit of a challenge on the face-off there. We're lost. But Sean Clark is able to recover that after the ball goes loose from the face-off. Pass to Dylan Harari. Thomas Graham. Pass the ball, crossing the restrainer. Goes to Baker. Baker at half. 30 seconds left in this half. Australia gunning for it. One more. Can they finish off one more? Rips this shot off the edge of the goalie's stick.
Well, Stubbs is he's shown us how hard his shot could be. He broke the goal on day one. He just hasn't been able to put one in the back of the net today, though.
When you see shots from players like Stubbsy with that speed, it just makes you wonder, oh, never mind, Australia's scoring once again.
And who is it? Stubbsy. John Stubbs with the big shot from that left corner, rips it low. Just had too much space to step in and get his hands free and wound up. Put that one straight past the keeper's ankles. That's a great shot from John Stubbs.
A shot like that, I don't know how goalies are crazy enough to be in the net. Those balls are going to leave a bruise for the rest of the tournament.
I've met a few goalies in my day, and most of them are crazy.
Yep, most are. And if they're not crazy, they just haven't played long enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Australia going, pushing for another one. Australia are on fire. They have been lit up from their team, continuing on.
Jack Price scoring that goal and getting the pass from Jackson Stock. Again, dominating the face-off is Jackson Stock. Turned himself inside out to get this pass to Price, but Price from the Glenelg Lacrosse Club made no mistake of that. Was free in the crease and just changed threw that ball right across the goalie's body. That's the South Australian connection there, the Brighton to a Glenelg player. They would have played a lot of lacrosse together and against each other.
That's the great thing about these national teams, is getting to play with those teams you play so often against and getting to learn from their strategies. But that brings our first quarter to an end. Been a good game so far. We've got 3 more quarters to go, so we'll be back in just under. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the beautiful Upper Hutt. It's a scorcher here. Beautiful weather for a lacrosse game. My name is Ash Stevens, joined by Peter Greenhalgh as we continue this game between Australia and Korea. Peter, your thoughts on the game so far?
Geez, Korea got off to a great start getting the first goal of the game, but after that, it's just been all Australia. They're really finding a lot of space in the offence, and then while they're having a lot of wayward shots, they're having a lot of shots. And when half of those shots go in, you find yourself with a 7-1 ball game.
And it looks like they're giving Jackson a bit of a rest on the face-off as Sean Clark taking the face-off for Australia once again. Australia claiming possession as well. Another great face-off win. Goalie coming out of the cage to get their ball moving. In front of the sideline, getting tracked along by the Korea. Now Australia at X, looking for where they can get it moving to. Puzzles towards the restrainer. Finds Gillespie. Gillespie finds Howard. Howard coming in hot, twitches to the left, goes to X, looks for the angle. Can they find it? Goes too high. Backed up by Australia.
Hudson Robb, number 13 for Australia, bit of a poster boy for World Lacrosse at the moment. Had a great first game, and he's just got the ball nude on the crease, as we might say. No defender on him for a mile around, and he's been able to catch that with ease, no pressure, and put that one past the keeper.
It's pretty quick, Cal. It's pretty impressive how quick you have to be in this game. You get this shot, sometimes you don't even have a chance to react. You're like, wait a minute, I've got a perfect opportunity. Let me get in the back of the net.
There's just no communication there by the Korean defence. For Hudson to have just had the ball and then have no one on him is it's not really good enough by the Korean team, and I'm sure their coaches will make a point of that.
It's just fully pulled them away, not even focusing and being close enough to drop back into it if it does go loose. Korea getting the face off, but a stick check makes them lose it straight away. Australia trying to pick it up, a stick check on them as well. Ball getting loose, nobody claiming the ball yet, trying to get it out of that zone.
Jackson Stock, he's like a vacuum cleaner, gets every ground ball.
And those ground balls win games, as terrifying as it is trying to tuck into those ground balls. Thomas Graham passing along to Walker. Walker taking his Korean defender out away as much as he can, trying to pull him as far from the crease as possible. Looks for the angle. Pass across right in the middle. Goes to the far side. On GLE. Now in the middle. Takes the shot over the top. Backed up by Australia.
You just see the Australian team, their ball movement is so fast that the Koreans just really don't have a lot of time to communicate. So that's probably a big reason why they've been able to get so many free players.
You see Australia pulling it away from the Korean defence there, trying to roll one way and back the other way to get it away. Careful not to get tied up into any penalties. Takes the shot off the plumbing.
Yeah, really good. I think after what happened, you see here, Hudson was free and could have got the ball, number 13, but he was looked off and it went to Tom Graham. Couldn't quite put the ball away.
Korea taking the ball down, trying to get away from Australia. Korea on the attack. Can they utilise this position? Korea holding on to it. Open up the scoring of this game, but trying to find their way past as Aaron Cho in possession of the ball. Passed off right in front. Putting the body on it by Australia right in front. Australia back in possession. Koreans did not have much chance at that after the green and gold stole it back pretty quick.
Now, last time I did this, the Aussies scored, but I was speaking to Bill Barton, which is Jay Bidwell Barton's dad, the keeper, and that reach, that intercept that he does, that's like a hallmark of his game. He loves doing those, awesome. Those intercepts. Oh.
Finishes off another one.
Now this is Hudson Robb, the natural lefty. He's run around X from the left-hand side, got the ball free, and with his right hand, which is not his natural hand, he's been able to stick that one. Not powerful, just placement, right in that top corner. Beautiful goal. I've been really impressed with Hudson Robb. I saw some of his highlights from Korea where he represented the under-20s. And he is absolutely going to be a superstar in these international games. He's walked into this senior team like he's been playing in the team for years. So,
and it's a big step up as well. You're not just playing with people around that teenage, finishing high school age.
Exactly.
These are men, and a lot of them playing in these tournaments for years.
Yep.
This isn't just some other world championship men's teams. Might be on the younger side, but these guys, walk around. It's got that older crowd, bigger size. You might not be used to in the under-20s squad, which was in Jeju in South Korea. There's a few players on each of these teams here and the Asia Pacific Men's Championship that were in the under-20s championship.
It's a very high-quality tournament, that championship. A lot of great young players coming up. The future of this sport is fantastic.
Remember watching those finals with Canada and America and got pretty ruthless out there.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be there on the day, and geez, it was a fantastic game. That Canadian keeper, he is something else.
Oh, 100%. It was unreal to watch some of those saves.
It's simultaneous then. It's simultaneous if he's holding.
So one of the players aren't too happy and telling the ref how to ref.
So I don't disagree with what they're saying. It'll be really interesting to see what happens here. So they've called a 30-second technical.
Okay.
Should be a turnover, but then there's obviously been another foul. from the other team. So when 2 fouls happen from each team, it's called simultaneous. So even though it was a 30-second technical with no possession, there still should be a penalty served because there was already a penalty on the play.
Okay.
If those penalties are technicals, they will be waived off. If they were 1-minute penalties, majors, they would stand.
I see.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Yep, so they were both technical fouls. You see there, Hudson Rob had an interference, and then one of the Koreans had a loose ball push or a loose ball hold. And so they are simultaneous fouls, both technical, so they are waived off. So the right decision there.
And it's a good thing about having these multiple referees in this game as well. They'll have the head official there, and they're able to come in and have these discussions in the moments to say, okay, what was the call we need to make, and just adjust it to make sure maybe a different referee had a better view as well.
Loving the play there by Benedict Giovanni from Korea. He's a big, tall body, and he was using his strength there just to get a shot away, but couldn't quite put it in.
Quickly rolls away at the crease, puts a shoulder into him, goes for the shot, rips the side arm. Backed up by Korea. Can they utilise this? Goes to the left, rolls away.
Oh, there's another intercept there by Bidwell Barton. This is exactly a huge part of his game, and back home in Australia, most players know that he loves that intercept and will not throw that pass. Brock Gawley just try to match his teammate with a pole goal, but threw it high. Korea first to the ball, so they will get possession.
Loose ball. Who winning this ground ball here? Australia has a few on it, going for it. Bodies colliding there. Australia claim the ball as they run down.
Got the numbers.
Right in front, they finish it off.
Textbook transition.
There's Hudson Rob at work there from Glenelg Lacrosse Club Adelaide.
And this is we mentioned in the first half about finding that extra pass. This is the perfect example of finding that extra pass. You had the ball coming down that far side from the camera, found Lachlan Walker, who was right in front of the goal, probably could have had the shot, but just dumped it off to his teammate Hudson Rob, who was right on top of the goal, one-on-one with the keeper, found the easy shot. So that extra pass can make all the difference.
It was an easy shot for him to make. Like I mentioned, Australia did well, drawing out New Zealand's mistakes in their first game of the tournament, and just able to find the spots and where there's a mistake lying, throw that out there.
So number 10 for Australia, Chris Moffat, just getting called for a hold. Apparently he was holding the player back with his stick, trying to take advantage of that 6-foot pole in his hand, but the referee having none of it.
Yeah, going on for that face-off, going against a long pole cannot be an easy challenge, having so much more leverage in it, but also a lot easier for the long pole to get caught up in any mistakes. Goes for the check, takes the shot. Australia setting it up, crossing halfway line on the far sideline. It's to the restrainer in the middle. Right in front again. Beautiful finish again by Hudson Rob. He's hungry for more. He just got one again.
The Aussies there, another transition ball game. They were looking for the long pole to have the shot, but being a smart Aussie player as he is, Ashby Dennis played a lot of lacrosse, just looked over, and again, that extra pass found Hudson Rob free as a bird.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Ashby Dennis, someone asked him about what he thinks of the jersey. He's a big believer in no one owes you the jersey. You only borrow it. Every time you get to put it on, it's an absolute privilege. You're not only representing past history, you're making your mark on the future. And I think that's an outstanding way to look at this jersey. Wouldn't you agree, Peter?
Absolutely. These players have to work damn hard, and so they've earned the jersey. But really, they are. They're just the holder of the day, really. And at some point in time, some young upstart's going to come and take that jersey from him and hopefully wear it just as well as you did.
Shows such a different respect to the game and the jersey
100%.
with that view, not focusing on the glory itself. But here is Korea trying to get past Australia's defence as they push through. Benedict Giovanni has to pass it off to Sukon Jeong. It's Giovanni taking the shot and finishing it off.
Really loved the way he rolled back onto his left there, just sweeping across the top of the goal and whipping that one past Bidwell Barton's left hip. He won't be happy with that, Bidwell Barton, but full credit to Di Giovanni. That was a fantastic effort and a great goal.
Yeah, Di Giovanni from Pittsford, New York, went to Dartmouth College.
It's a big college, Dartmouth. So a lot of talent in... he must have a lot of talent in his stocks. So.
Would have to be, you know. Hard to be playing college lacrosse in America. So if you get there, you've got to work hard to get on that. Australia going right through the middle, takes the shot. Beautiful pass across to Lachlan Walker from what it looks like to finish off that. Cutting in straight through the middle. Defence must just be locked on him.
Well, again, this is Jackson Stock. Gives Australia first use of the ball so many times. And just racks up another assist by passing that off to Lockie Walker. Walker making absolutely no mistakes, stinging the top corner with that shot.
And the way Jack Stock was just running down first as well, defense probably thinking, he's ready to take a shot, we're going to go on him. And Jackson's able to pick up on that. Quick pass to the left side, where his teammates waiting for it, and pluck it in.
You hear about Fogos, face off, get off. Jackson Stock is a guy that can play lacrosse. From the Brighton Lacrosse Club, one of the most successful lacrosse clubs in Australia. And here he goes again. Can shoot, does shoot.
Finishes it off.
Just as I was saying, he is not a Fogo. He can play lacrosse. He can shoot. From the Brighton Lacrosse Club, as I was saying, one of the most successful clubs of the last 20 years in Australia. And one of the reasons is because they have face-off players like Jackson Stock. Can give you first use of the ball, can be dangerous in offence, draws all the defence, can dish it off like he did previously, can go to the goal like he did that time. Jackson Stock, he's one of Australia's best players.
He's happy with that one. He played at the World Lacrosse Men's Championship and 2023 in San Diego, trying their best to stamp their ticket to the tournament in Japan next year. Ball goes Korea after an illegal procedure.
And of course, as we were just talking Jackson Stock up, he loses his first face-off of the day. The commentator's curse strikes again.
Yeah, honestly it is. Got to be careful, don't you? Some of those games yesterday getting so close with like holding them out by nothing, being careful not to say the words like shut out or anything like that. You know, goalies can get pretty superstitious. Aaron Cho trying to get out of this. Australian hammering them, getting doubled by Thomas Richards and Jack Price there. And a flag up in the air.
Yeah, it's one of those finicky ones, you know, that long pole gets his stick in there and he gets his stick in there, and because the Korean has the ball and there's just a minor infringement, the umpire has no other option but to throw the flag, and that's just unlucky there to Tom Richards. But we'll see a Korea power play here. They go a player up, so this will be a great opportunity to see if they can make the most of it.
Yeah, if they can use this to their advantage while Thomas Richards sits in the box. Korea just getting some ball movement quickly. Ball coming in from X by Cho. Rips the shot, going wide.
Great shot on him has Tanner Harm. Scored the first goal of the game today.
Tanner Harm from Oregon. Ripping it up. Good wind up on it, but ball goes out, backed up by Korea. They still continue on this chance. Cho going through, wraps it around, hits it off the lower corner.
Great little play there by Cho. Just found himself just enough space as he took on his player from the right-hand side. And as he was beating his player, he shot at the same time, probably caught the goalkeeper off guard. Jay Bidwell-Barton is a tall man, and getting down low is not the easiest thing for him. So
he is a tall man.
A combination of those two things saw that goal go in. Now, I've been telling people I reckon Australia have got the tallest player on the team and the shortest player on the team. The tallest being Jay Bidwell-Barton, and the shortest, Cody Watts, the other goalkeeper.
At the 5-minute mark now, Korea getting the ball after an error from on the face-off. Now Aaron Cho, the goal scorer just before from New York at University of Tampa. Dropping the shoulder into him, trying to poke check on the pole.
Aussie's communication is fantastic. You can hear it in our effects, Mike. Just the way they talk to each other and know what everyone's doing is so good, and a great example of how good teams play.
And timeout called to Korea. But yeah, and that's the thing with lacrosse, you need that communication. You've been playing with each other so long. Some of these guys have been playing multiple championships together as well. Especially players like Thomas Graham. Looks like you can see he's had multiple. His 2014, 2018 and 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship, and multiple other teams on that 2023 squad as well. And then a lot of the Australians teams have been at under 20s or under 21 and under 19s championships. As different years, they were different ages for whichever reasons it may be. But let's just look at the last replay, the last 3 goals. Check that one out by Korea, sending that one through nicely.
Yeah, just snuck it past Bidwell-Barton's left hip. Beautiful shot.
And of course, Jackson Stock going in for this one, launching through. Happy with that one. And just here, Aaron Cho coming in hot.
Yeah, so he just snuck around his player and at the same time let that shot off. Yeah, great goal.
And they head back out. Last few seconds left in this time out. Not much long left in the half. I hope you've been enjoying this game so far. Still a few more days of this tournament to go. We've wrapped things up on Sunday with the medal matches. Tomorrow being the play-in matchup. Yeah, Benedict Giovanni starting with the ball for Korea, crossing the restrainer, rolls away from the Australian defence, rolls back, quick turn back to Cho. Takes the shot, has to chase it down. Backed up by Korea.
A lot of the play coming through the Giovanni, Cho and Tanner Harm. Obviously the three key guys they're looking for Korea.
The Giovanni going in straight into the shoulder, having no issue running a Parsons Consejo. Flags down. Korea trying to send one in low.
So this will be called an unnecessary roughness here. Parsons Quintal just did not need to run through that pick. He turns and just runs straight through him, and it's just unnecessary. And he'll sit for a minute for unnecessary roughness. Spectators love it.
That's true. It's a beautiful thing to watch, and a lot of people here might be new to lacrosse that are watching here in Upper Hutt and thinking, "Wow, that's allowed." No. You might see it. We're not playing box lacrosse here. We're playing field lacrosse. You can't just put someone in a hospital, which looks like it happens with box lacrosse. But even then, there are still limits on how much physicality is allowed. Cho taking it out from behind X. Tries to take the shot before the ball's even in the pocket. To Giovanni with the ball again. Korea on the man up. Ball at X. Passes back over the top. Australia's intercept. Beautifully done. Reaching away. Ashby Dennis keeps it far from. Oh, what a finish.
Big shot, and that's, I think I mentioned that earlier. Lachlan Walker has got a cannon of a shot. And he has stuck that one in the top corner. Korea getting very frustrated. Also a flag on the field. I believe it'll be number 34, Tanner Hahn, for a slash. He was just getting a bit frustrated with the play and just let a loose check go. One of his teammates just having a chat with him now on the sidelines, I can see. But Lachlan Walker, what a shot was that?
Yeah, the attackman from Perth with Wanneroo Joondalup Lacrosse Club has played in the last 2 World Lacrosse Men's Championships as well. Can he make it 3? Will they stamp their ticket to Japan? Right now it's looking well in their favour as they just need to win this game or lose by less than 17. So it's pretty good chance for them so far as they lead by 10. A lot of work for Korea to do, but hey, lacrosse is a game of big changes. Maybe Korea's got something lined up for us.
So I was correct, 34 Tanaham is taking a seat in the box, but I think Australia must have also...
You can see on the bottom of your screen there on your right side, you have the scoreboard up there briefly. You've got Australia got 2 players in the box at the moment.
There is 2, yeah.
With Lucas Parsons-Katau still in there, as well as Hudson Robb now in there for 30 seconds.
So the simultaneous fouls sees Australia keep the ball. Now the reason for that is Korea got a 1-minute penalty, Australia got a 30-second, and because the major foul takes a more important role, or for a more severe penalty, Australia will keep the possession.
That makes sense. Great to have the insight and understanding for the viewers at home that may not be fully familiar with the game as of yet. But hey, the more you watch this beautiful game, the more you'll want to understand so you can support the best way.
I call this sport a disease, Ash. It gets under your skin and you can't get rid of it.
That's true. It gets everywhere. Looks like a timeout B has been called to Korea.
Great timeout call there. His player was under a lot of pressure from Australia and just actually got dispossessed, but they had called timeout before the ball was dispossessed. So a really smart call there by the Korean coaches.
Yeah, we mentioned some quotes by Ashby Dennis earlier. Also found some quotes when Donnie Howard, I believe co-captain, was asked about what they have in this tournament. And he says, "We play with motor, toughness and energy. We are selfless and we're here to make our own mark on the region to beat us. You can't be normal. You have to do something different." That is a statement. You have to do something different. What do you think that do something different might look like?
I'll tell you what I think, Ash. I'm from Adelaide, and being around Adelaide, you get to see some of these guys. Sunday mornings, I was often at the Glenorgh Lacrosse Club with my kids, and I saw Hudson Robb in the gym at Glenorgh Lacrosse Club almost every Sunday.
Wow.
Every morning, before we got there, he had been there working out, doing his fitness. That's the difference. It's the stuff you don't see. It's the stuff that you don't see here. It's the stuff that they do off training, not their normal training, not their normal games. But all that work and hard work that they do away from their formal trainings, I think that's the difference.
Oh, massive difference. And I also think not only that, but it's the comforts. You know, new Netflix series just dropped. I know Coach told us to go to the gym later, but you know, they might not be doing that. But we're heading back into it. Let's just go wave to the camera.
Jackson Bybee doing a great job for World Lacrosse and this tournament as well.
But yeah, it's great to see. Great to hear that insight about these players that are putting in that extra effort, not just the team's trainings and the team's time in the gym, but knowing I want to borrow this jersey. I've got to get myself the effort needed.
Korea now with the ball after that great timeout call by their coach. Have a player in the box, so we'll see Australia double team the ball here because they do have an extra player on the field.
Giovanni doing quite well with his speed, being a bit of a taller player compared to some of the rest of his team, helps him out getting a chance.
2 minutes left of this first half of the game between Australia and Korea. Korea's player has been released. It's Tanner Ham, and he just lets one go. The Australians just not realising that he was coming on, I don't think. Got himself free and sprayed a shot wide.
Looking for their way through. Aaron Cho with the ball again. Charging through. Cho trying to cut in through to the centre. Tries for a bouncing shot. Doesn't make it through. Korea getting in the way of Australia, picking it up. Korea has the ball at X. Crossing the GLE. Getting hammered by the Australian defence. Flag thrown. For a slash there. You
see, just didn't quite see it there, but the check is going right across his body, and you haven't seen too many of those being called a slash, but the referee just in the right spot there just thought that was probably a bit excessive.
Yeah, it's hard looking at the slashes from an outside perspective if you're not familiar with the sport, because you see it so often, the stick checks or hitting the glove, and you see where it draws the line. Sometimes it's just a bit too much. And a lot of it is also the fluidity of the game. The referees want to keep it flowing, but if it does slow down that game, they do have to draw that line.
Again, you're just hearing the Aussies with their amazing talk, just making the most of that, getting the ball. There's a player in the box here, so whoever finishes with possession will start the next quarter with possession. And it's out the back. Australia could just hold on to it. Oh, that was, sorry, it was a bit longer in the game than I thought. Australia could get another one back here. Gets to the big shot. Lachlan Walker couldn't quite get that last goal in.
And that brings us to the end of the first half. Korea starting off the game with the opening at the scoring, but now trailing by 10 as the score sits at Australia 13, Korea 3. Still 2 more quarters to go of this matchup, and we'll see you back at the halftime after the half.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation. Welcome to a new era of lacrosse. At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together. Join the journey, and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation. Welcome to a new era of lacrosse. At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together. Join the journey, and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're straight back into it for quarter number 3, Australia versus Korea. Australia with the big lead so far of 13-3. My name is Ash Stevens. I'm joined by one New Zealand representative, Sam Nash, today.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
So he is first time on the New Zealand men's team. Officially was one of the reserves in the San Diego team in 2023. New Zealand serving their first win yesterday against Korea as well. This game has been very much in Australia's favour at the moment. Sam will be jumping in, helping out with some of the inside scoop of what he thinks of these strategies as we go to him throughout this quarter. As Korea trying to wrap around through there, goes for the dodge. Beautiful shot there by Tenaham. And what do you think of this replay here, Sam, as it comes through? Here comes the replay. Oh, it's maybe not. So he just missed it. But Sam, you're trailing by this much in the game. What are your kind of thoughts? What do you might be thinking on how to get out of this rut?
Just honestly staying positive, staying positive within the team, and keeping good vibes, and just thinking about the next play, what's best you can do. So obviously won the face-off here, got the ball. Now see what they can do on offense. Yeah,
that's good. That's good. It can be hard, especially when you're going against such a powerhouse like Australia. They are 4th in the world. Korea did get 25th at the last World Championship in South Korea, so big challenge for them. In this game, Australia just needs to win or lose by less than 17 goals to qualify. So it's all very much in their favour for the qualifying scenarios for them, unfortunately for Korea. Great save there by Australia. Australia switched out their goalies at the break. Right in front, they're going in through the cut, drops into the middle, off the posts. Korea playing it around in the centre. Korea dropping off of the long pole, sending it up. Jusho Lee. Australia now running down the sideline. Trying to draw out their defence. Australia with the hidden ball trick. As the defender had drawn all the way up here. I'm not sure if they had noticed, but it was number 43, Don Howard, who had the ball the whole time. They drew it all the way to X. Now, Sam, I'm sure you're being in middle, you got some hidden ball tricks. Sometimes you try to throw it out there if you can.
Yeah, always trying to trick the other team. Obviously, worked really well there, but it takes all 6 guys on the field to know what's happening. So everyone's looking down at X where the guy doesn't have the ball, and number 33 just walking around the top and pretty much walked it in. And yeah,
he'd done it well because even our cameraman is like, hold on, he's got the ball.
Yeah, tricking the cameraman half the time.
He did it quite well, faking the cradling, going right behind X. That was convincing. I know there was one of the under-20s with New Zealand versus, I think, Jamaica that got tricked out and went viral.
Yep. I was the coach on that New Zealand team, so it was, it's a little bit embarrassing being on the opposite foot, but stuff happens. And yeah.
On the bright side, New Zealand lacrosse went viral. Let's look at it that way.
That's true.
Australia just across the Australian line, looking for the next option. Dodges to the right, pulls back to the Australian in the middle. Now this close side here, ball at X. Cutting in from behind, ball goes loose, rolling down. Korea claiming possession. Aaron Cho going down the left side, crossing halfway, dropping the shoulder in to try to get through Australia. Getting doubled, still making his way through, cutting into the centre, stopping at X. See Tanner Harm waiting for the ball. Harm getting it to Jawu Park. Park looking. Australia doing well, not jumping in too soon. Dodges past him onto the left side. Going in, wrapping around the crease. Can't get the angle he wanted. Backed up by Korea.
Thought he might have been in the crease there, but
it did look pretty. It's hard to see on this angle. I have seen a few of them, especially when they go for the X dodge right on the edge. It does look there's even some toes in there.
Yeah.
Can never really tell. I know we have had some crease violations today. Just look at that dodge there. It just looks like he's about to walk into it.
Yeah.
Aaron Cho going for it on this right side. Goes for the shot, bounced off the goalie. Going from X, cuts around to try roll through it. Getting smothered by Australia. Flag up in the air. Got a holding call there. You can see on the replay there as he just gets squished in there, not letting him get away from it. Aaron Cho on the receiving end of that. Cho starting with the ball, the midfielder from New York. Nice and close. What happened there? He just walked right up to it. Not something you get very often. The level are you, Sam, that you be able to walk that close to Australia's net?
I mean, a bit of trickery from Korea as well. A little fake over the top, and then just right on the doorstep, no one comes and plays him, and you'll never score an easier goal than that.
Cody Watts in the net for the second half for Australia, giving Bidwell Barton a bit of a rest after a strong first half. Score is now 14-5 to Australia. Korea still has a lot of work to do. Korea going down the right side. Nice pass across to Jaemin Lim. Lim trying to get away from Ashby Dennis there. Ashby Dennis chasing it down after it rolls out, after taking out Lim. Dennis starts with the ball, sending it to Cody Watts. Ball going to Dylan Harari for Australia, running down the side, across the sideline. Australia has it at GLE, approaching X. At the restrainer. Lucas Coswater sending it to Thomas Graham. Oh, loose ball as Australia bounces it past too early, dropping down on the ball. Got a whistle. Interference, and you can just see Hudson and Rob not happy with that call. Australia following it down the sideline, keeping it away from Korea. Australia holding on to it well with Thomas Graham.
Looks like we had a bit of a greaser ball there.
Yeah, it looks like the referee's just checking it and he's got to stop it out. Want to explain that term a bit, the greaser ball?
So sometimes as the balls get a little bit older, they get a little bit slippery, and in the mesh of the head, instead of kind of gripping as you throw the ball, it just slides out the top, slides out the side, leads to a lot more of an inconsistent pass. So yeah, we like to use the new balls here, the nice grippy ones, just because they're more consistent. That's basically it.
Yeah, especially at this level. Asia Pacific Men's Lacrosse Championship. It's a world-class event. You want to be able to get the best quality. You're having to do a lot of training, a lot of money spent to get here.
Yeah,
You don't want to be missing out on a chance because the ball's a bit too slippery.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, as an offensive player myself, it's like, come to those crucial moments of taking shots.
It does, especially with how quick those dodges happen. You know, I've seen a few games earlier, a couple dodges, I think it was on the China. They took some dodges, ball slipped out, and Hong Kong was able to steal it back.
Exactly, yeah. Save.
Australia chasing it down. Australia behind the net, looking for where they can get moving. Slowing things down as much as they can, without slowing it down too much, because we do have that shot clock sitting at 43 seconds remaining. Goes for the pick with support. Has the pick by Lachlan Walker, taking the ball left. Ball goes to X, but goes too far and goes to Korea. Now, Sam, obviously the shot clock's new for international lacrosse, but you've played college in America, so would you say you had some experience in it, know how to manage the time well and how to utilise it?
Yeah, it's definitely puts a bit of time pressure on, especially on these clears, as you see here, with only 20 seconds to get it over.
Yeah.
But after that, you still got an additional 60 seconds to tie score. So, providing you get your players on and you get set up within a good amount of time, you can get a lot of shots and a lot of dodges off. And if you get resets when the goalie makes a save or it comes off the goalpost, even better.
Yeah, obviously New Zealand doesn't use shot clock in standard games most of the time, or well, in Waikato at least. I'm not sure what it's like up in Auckland, and even at nationals they haven't really. So I'm sure it's been a big learning curve for a lot of the New Zealand players and probably a lot of these other nations as well. Learn the shot clock. Talking to one of the other, we had an American player on here on the first day of the stream, talking about the different strategies you can use with the shot clock, sending it down into the corner when it's about to run out to make your opponent have a lot more space to clear, take a good chance for them to get caught up in a violation. As Australia gunning down through the middle, find Don Howard, rolls out of it, going into the middle, looks for a shot, passes off to his left side, bounces off the goalie. Backed up by Australia. Run John Stubbs. Video going viral the other day for breaking the cage. Back to Stubbs. Thomas Graham. See Don Howard looking for his way around. All at X. Looking for his run around. Getting doubled by Korea. Less than 4 minutes remaining in this quarter. Flag up.
Use that free possession, Tommy.
Australia having the ball while Korea gets sent to the box. Number 3 in the box for a minute. Ashby Denner. Oh, not. Sorry. Jae-Hoon Choi. Wrong team looking at there. Jae-Hoon Choi in the box for a minute. Australia with the ball at legs, pass it off across the close side here at the restrainer. Quick ball movement, opening a chance for Korea to make a mistake. Australia looking for a walk around himself. Takes the shot, Korea saves.
Great save there by the goalie.
Dodge on the long pole. Trying to keep the hands free to keep strong. Great stick check, but still holds on to it well. tries to roll away from Korea. Thomas Graham passing, getting the ball passed across. Can see a flag down over there again. Don Howard going for a chance himself. Ball going a bit too far, backed up by Australia.
Getting a bit flashy there with the behind the back.
Yeah, you've seen a few. You can see on the beat replay there. Just short of the replay there, but behind the backs have been happening a few times on this. In this tournament, seen a few happen. Some from the passes, some from the shots. It's a bit of a trickier move, but when you say some of those stick skills, those stick tricks are great assets to learn, especially for a young lacrosse player, would you say, Sam?
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's obviously cool going out in the field and trying new things. Obviously, it's real cool when they pay off. Times like that, when you miss the goal, you can look like a bit of a fool. Coach is not too happy. But yeah, if we look at it one more time, great opportunity coming up here.
Don Howard with it now.
Good little hitch
Quick
move.
turns move. And there he goes with the attempt of it. Obviously went wide of the crease, but still a nice little move.
Must be your home player.
And we're about to reset the game once the referees have made the decisions of what's going on. 2 minutes 31 left in the quarter.
So we got 2 penalties on Korea here, both 30-minute technicals.
We've got Jamin Lim and Tanner Harm in the box at the moment for 30 seconds. Forward X, Australia finding the gap quickly. What do you think of this pass here, Sam?
I mean, it's great. Look, when the ball's behind the goal, you've got the whole field to survey, so you kind of draw all the attention down. In that scenario, all the Korean defenders looking down towards the ball, leaving the guy open on the right wing there for an easy step-down shot and great placement. But on these man-ups, it's so crucial to keep the ball moving nice and fast and keep your feet moving as well. Finding open spaces as easy as that, and easy goals for Australia there.
Back to the face-off. And they're tight. Korea tries to win it. Ball goes up and Australia gets it from over the top as Dylan Haradi picks it up. Oh, big shoulder coming in hot and giving him a whack while he's on the ground. Referee's not happy with that one. See on this replay here is Haradi coming down. There's Haradi with the stick check. Ball goes loose. Korea picks it up. And as Korea has the ball on the long pole, shoulder coming in down and goes for the stick check while he's on the ground, basically hacking at him. And so we see Mitchell Baker in the box. Starting on this close wing line for Korea. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Almost lost it there. Can Australia go pick it up before Korea gets to it after they lost it on the poke? Lachlan Walker takes it for Australia, gets it down to Matthew Wood. Back to Walker. To get ready for this final minute. Australia going to utilise this as best they can. Still a massive lead, 15-5 is the score. 40 seconds left on the shot clock for them. Coming straight out of the box, goes for the shot. Look at that's how you make a scene. Mitchell Baker straight out of the box and scoring straight off the bat.
Looks like he made up for his penalty on that one.
That's the one, you know. I guess if you're going to be in the penalty box, you've got to make either get it for a good reason, you know, took someone out maybe, or once you're out there, you need to retaliate and fix it.
Yeah, great shot here by Mitchell Baker. Top left stinger.
Korea's number 6, Eugene Lee, taking that off the face-off. Lost the ball, Australia winning it back. Still fighting for it. No clear position, really, as they keep losing it. Stick Chigwa's on the ground. You see the player go down and the coach's hands going up.
Let's see what Korea can do in these last 30 seconds. Great opportunity to score a goal going into the fourth quarter.
Aaron Cho trying to get on, slips down, but back on his feet quickly, getting doubled by Australia. And that brings us to the quarter break as Korea couldn't quite get another one on the board. We'll be back in I'll be back in just under 2 minutes. Thanks for joining, Sam. I'll let you go enjoy the rest of the game with the team or wherever relaxation it was. Sam Nash played a couple different colleges. Great to have your insight. So good luck for your game tomorrow. Is it Hong Kong, you said?
Hong Kong, 10 a.m. See you
10
there.
a.m. game. All right, folks, if you're a fan of the New Zealand or Hong Kong teams, make sure you tune in for those games, and Sam Nash will be making sure to try to score some goals for us.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Sam.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation. Welcome to a new era of lacrosse. At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together. Join the journey, and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the Asia Pacific Men's Lacrosse Championship. This is the end of day 3. It is our final 15 minutes of game number 9. As is Australia versus Korea. Australia very close to their qualifying placement. Are we going to see them get a nice close-up of our lacrosse ball there? As we get ready for our next face-up, see Eugene Lee and for Korea. And there's Jackson Stock at it on the face-off win for Australia. Now ball goes Korea. After a ball gone out, we were recently joined in the third quarter by Sam Nash. Played a couple college seasons in America. And plays for the Ponsonby Ponies in Auckland. Of course, his debut for Team New Zealand this year. Australia in possession on the sideline. Australia looking for the dodge, going to the right side for the dodge, cuts into the middle, looks for the shot. No, passes to the left side. Instead, turns again. Matthew Wood putting on a clinic of how he moves. Let's just check out this replay as Matthew Wood drops into the shoulder and then goes in for the shot over the top. Just too much for the Korean goalie. Team pretty happy with that one. They head out. Sean Clark taking the face-off for Australia this time against Eugene Lee. Eugene Lee being a fogo, a face-off, get off. Does the job. If they win the face-off, they get it going. Otherwise, they'll wait till they can try to get a possession back. But here comes Australia going for a shot. Dylan Haradi tries to finish it off. Couldn't succeed. Australia in possession in the attacking zone. 17-5 is the score. Clear favourite in this game. At X, Australia looking for the chance. They find his way through the gap. Nicely done by Australia to expand it to 18-5. They are showing no signs of letting up yet. Check out this replay here as they pass the ball from X right in front. They find it to John Stubbs, not breaking a cage this time, just slossing it through in a perfect spot. Another mistake Australia notice teams make is just being left open. Stubbs gets his way to where he needs to be. Boom, scores. On the wing line, face-off win goes to Korea, who picks it up off. No, doesn't quite pick it up yet. Australia steers on a long pole. I spoke too soon as they go down, and Thomas Richards sends it up to his teammates. Australia rotating the ball. Quick turn away. Australia's John Stubbs at X, going right around, peels back, gets back to Thomas Graham. Graham in the middle, putting his shoulder into him, passes back down, past GLE. Looks for the shot with a wraparound pass. It's Hubson Rob couldn't make it through the traffic. Korea's goalie coming out a bit further. Get the ball moved. John Park passing it across the pitch. Aaron Cho. Roger Park, sorry, not Cho. Shot clock violation. Didn't get it across the halfway line in time, by the looks of it.
Michael!
Australia's Thomas Graham getting it to Mitchell Baker. Back to Graham. Graham taking it himself. Flags up on both sides, both referees down at GLE. Don Howard looking for where he can go. Leans to the left, slipping over. Takes the shot, finishing it through. We'll check out this replay as they pass it across again, left wide open. They find Matthew Wood just waiting and drops it into the net. Pats on the back with the teammates.
Sounds it. It's going to be you. Sit on the line, Hunt. Right side. In front, Hector. In front. Good point. Right, I'm with you, Mark. Correct. Out left, Tommy, in front.
Australia in position, number 12, Senior X. Bounces out. Oh, keeps it in. No, he doesn't. Ball goes Korea. Taken away, Ji-Hoon Kim. Hearing play the ball. Good take by Christopher Moffat. Australia looking for where they can take it next. Seeing this replay here, goes over the top, gone out. 9 minutes 45 seconds remaining in the game. 19-5 is the score to Australia. Korea has a man in the box now. Number 11, Jaemin Lim, for 30 seconds. Australia in possession, looking for a chance to strike. Finding their way through. Takes the shot, sealing it. Seeing the replay here. Quickly passes across and rips the sidearm over the top of the goalie. A big Sally there with the team.
Willie, you're one. Will, I got right side on you. Your call here, Will. Yep, talk loud, yeah. T-right, Stocky. It's down, LB, time.
Australia taking the ball behind GLE, cutting in through the middle, takes the shot and finishes her off again, Matthew Wood. No, not Matthew Wood, sorry. There's Lucas Coswater.
Hold on, Cos.
Number 5, Lucas Kuzwara.
Attaboy, Mitch.
You see Lucas come through there, big open gap. Wasn't enough time for Korea to close in on them as Coswater finishes the goal.
Got you right. You got time, LP. Tommy, get him. Look at Cross. Tommy, middle when you need. Tommy, middle.
Less than 9 minutes remaining in the game. How much more Australia going to get? Australia's opening game against New Zealand was 29-2. Currently 21-5. Oh, another one snuck through by Australia.
Walker. Australia leading 22-5. Time 8:43.
22-5 is the current score.
Got you right.
Australia taking it through. Off the face-off, goes for the shot as it gets through. Oh, he dives in to poke it in. A crease violation. Australia taking it back down. Runs behind the cage. Australia getting hoppy. Getting troubled. Rolling and thrown around. Flag down. Just see this replay here. You see number 12 getting a bit of trouble as he gets thrown down like it's WWE out there. Australia restarting with the ball. Looking to rip the shot, waiting for it. Finds its way to Hudson Robb, who finishes that one off and adds another one to Australia's bank.
Time 7:31. Australia leading 23 goals to 5.
Australia has been establishing dominance throughout this whole match and have shown no signs of slowing that down. 7.5 remaining in the game.
One here. One call here. Nothing off the wing here, gents. No. Don't defend him.
Lucas Parsons Quinteo. So yes, you see Kuzwada with the ball passing it around. Matthew Wood. Pass across to Howard. Howard goes left. Dodges right. Peels back. Wood. Ball's now at X. Crosses GLE. Tries to roll through. Goes through the traffic. Flags up. Down. Goes for the shot either way. Nothing in through that one. Legs down. Takes a shot. Oh, lands in the goalie stick. It's save. Australia restarts with the ball. Now, a game before went to overtime. I see no signs of this one going to overtime with how it is played so far. Australia explaining why it's not as Matthew Wood scores another one.
Time 6:43. Australia leading 24-5.
One here, Michael. Let's go stop it. Very wide, left side.
Ashby Dennis on the wing line over this side for Australia alongside with Shion Min being to be quick. Ashby Dennis, leg brace on. As left leg, but having no issue there, still representing Australia, showing the grit the cross players have. Korea have the ball at X, very close to that crease. Referee's watching to make sure they don't step in there at all. Australia doubling the ball. Stick check, making them lose it. Australia stealing it back for them. Pops it off to Cody Watts. Runs through the Korean player, makes him lose the stick. What a reverse check. John Stubbs got the ball, moved it around. Matthew Wood got it moving. Rips the shot. Jordan Gillespie, the midfielder from Perth. Australia proud of Gillespie there as you hear the shouts, yeah, Geordie. See on this replay as Gillespie shoots it low. Too difficult for the goalie who dropped down fast enough. The head taps. Chases it down. Australia looking for a way through, coming at X. Gets close to that crease line. Running around, goes to shoot the ball. Korea chase running down that sideline. Good take from Australia as a stealer back, goes straight back onto the offence and finishes it off right there. Mitchell Baker just waiting for it there. That goal there by Mitchell Baker. After Australia won it back just before the centre line to rush it through, pass off to the left side and send it into the goal. Makes the pass, holds on to it, gets pushed in by two Australians. Oh, collision. So look. Australia holding on to it, hearing take it. Maybe they're telling them to take the dodge. Got 60 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time to make something work from it. 3.5 remaining in this quarter. Oh, look at that, Australia not letting up, scoring another one. From X. Passes it off to number 20 and shoots low, Dylan Haddadi.
Yours, Tommy! Yours, Tommy!
Trying to fight for who was the ground ball. Australia takes it behind the back pass, gets it across. Going over the restrainer line. Drops it back behind. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the game. Australia. Great save by Korea's goalie. Good work to keep it in. He slips out, but passed already, so he's safe.
Scared for a second, I realised I was good. Oh, you got the ball. I was trying to get it to whoever was there. Fire! Fire! Left side!
Follows down. Pass goes too far. Ball goes to Korea.
2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes remaining. It's a 2-minute warning in the game. 27-5 is the score to Australia. Australia about to stamp their way to the World Cup. Going down, an interference call, I think is the signal there. I'm not sure if that's correct, so I think it is. Interference or roughness maybe. Throwing around, it's in the final minute. Flag down. Looks like Australia's been off to the box now. Lucas Parsons-Quintale was in the box earlier this game as well. Picked up nicely by John Stubbs going down to the far side of the sideline. 27 seconds to go.